Guten Tag and welcome to the cockpit of, well, it's not my 996, is it? Let's be honest. It's the 991 GT2 RS with, as the headrest says, Weissach pack. It's a phenomenal car, but this video is not about this car. We'll save that for another time. This video is about something else altogether, a road trip in fact. As some of you may or may not know, last year, so summer 2018, I decided to drive, as you do, from my home in Bournemouth on the south coast of England to the Arctic Circle, which really does sound mental when you say it back like that. It was a 5,000 mile journey over 2,000 weeks. It definitely wasn't that at all. It was a 5,000 mile journey over about 2 weeks, there and back. Now anyway, I did record all of that and I have enough footage to do a road trip video on it. I haven't published it yet for a number of reasons, but what I have done this episode is put together a segment from that trip, take a look at what I believe to be the best driving road on the planet. So I suppose I'd better start with a brief outline of this epic summer trip, which was, by the way, accomplished in the 991 Gen 2 GTS Targa. I left the UK for mainland Europe by boat, storming through France, Belgium, the Netherlands and then Germany, where we used the autobahns for a top speed attempt, dispelling the myth that Targas are mere boulevard cruisers. I got to Sweden via Denmark and then began working my way up through vast alpine scenery en route north, with plenty of fun stops thrown in along the way. By the time I hit Swedish Lapland in the north, I was basking in 24 hours of daylight. Don't believe me? There's the proof. Crossing into Norway served up the most awe-inspiring topography I've ever seen through a car window. It was mind-blowing. A week after leaving the UK, I arrived at the Arctic Circle Centre. Admittedly, there's not much to do at the centre, so I took a picture, bought a novelty mug, and fired up the flat six ready to head for home. I decided to head back a different route down and through Norway, which involved crossing multiple fjords while drinking in the many beautiful views this stunning country has to offer. I was particularly excited to take in the famous Atlantic Ocean Road, though in reality it left me slightly disappointed. Really, it's just a bridge and not a lot else. However, my next stop was inland at a mountain pass I'd had very high hopes for, Trollstigen, but there was a problem. Right, so I don't know if you can see, we are at Trollstigen, which is epic. However, there's a lot of blues and twos up there at the moment. Something's happened. It's basically not ideal for us to take the car up. So we're going to get to the hotel, it's about an hour and a half away, and come back nice and early tomorrow when hopefully nobody is going to be here. I later found out a biker had come off and left the road, which shut the route for a good few hours. 24 hours of daylight though meant I could return in the very late evening, which proved a masterstroke. Yes! Second time lucky. Welcome to Trollstigen. Better than having a road like this to yourself. Not if you've got petrol running through your veins, it's not. The time now is, I kid you not, according to the Sport Chrono clock, coming up to 11 minutes past 9. So it's 9:11 time. Let me tell you a little bit Trollstigen first of all. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I can't guarantee it. Trollstigen means the Trolls Road. And I mean, essentially on paper,
doesn't sound like too much because we have 11, just 11 hairpin bends, but the road traverses up a total of 888 feet. Now, the beauty of it is it does it in fairly quick succession, but this road has absolutely everything. And I tell you what, never mind the Arctic Circle, never mind the midnight sun. If you have one reason to come to Norway, driving this road is it. This road needs to be on your bucket list. Trollstigen gets very, very busy. It's said, according to the tourist board, that they have up to 2,000 vehicles of some description passing up or down this every single day. It's about one car every 10 seconds. So you have to get the timing right. Even if, like us, you're not lucky for getting a good run on your first attempt, and you need to do some planning to get a second run at it, and it'll probably mean an early or a late start when all the tourist buses and camper vans and cyclists are long gone. Let me tell you, it's so worth it. This is an epic road, epic. And I am thrilled to be doing it in a Porsche 911 Targa. Love hearing the sports exhaust bounce off of these rocks. I am very fortunate enough in my time to have driven some of the world's best roads, but absolutely none of them can match this feeling I have right now. It probably has a lot to do with the fact that I have the place to myself, but it's the scenery. The scenery is absolutely absurd. For me, there's certain criteria that makes a road great. The right blend of squiggly bits and fast bits, which this has. You also need views, breathtaking views, like that. And you also need some time to stop as well, because to my mind, a good driver's road is like a work of art. And if you go to look at a piece of art in an art gallery, for example, or a museum, you don't just flash by it and walk on. You take time to appreciate that work. And it's important to do the same for a road, as silly as it sounds. So I do implore you to drive the road hard, engage with it, also stop. Stop and take it all in. Sometimes that can be the best part.